go.
This is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show. We're backstage here at the 2007 Warped Tour with Haley
and Zach of Paramore.
Yeah. Now, Haley, how's the Warped Tour? Today's your first day on Warped Tour, correct?
Yeah, today's the first day. We got in last night, and we've been waiting a long time for this.
I was talking to the other dudes in your band, and they were saying that they were a little nervous about playing the new tunes out there on the stage, but I was telling them, you have nothing to worry about. I bought the album 3 days ago, and it has been rotating in my CD player forever.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I mean, me and Zach and Josh met when I was 13, Zach was 11, and we started playing together, but Paramore didn't get together, like the four of us, until I was 14. Or maybe I was almost 15.
Yeah, 15, yeah.
And yeah, 15 years old, and then we started touring like later that year, I guess. I've always thought being in a band or being in a group that makes music together seems so cool because, you know, you're passionate about something, but you get to share it with your best friends. And when I finally met other dudes that were my age that, like, were just as passionate, it was really cool. I mean, as soon as we started hanging out, like, it was all about music, you know, like sharing music that we've discovered and discovering music together, and then to writing music, and then to playing music together. It's been a fun journey, really.
So many times there's issues between the guys in the band and the singers, because the singer is the focal point of the band at this point.
Yeah, you know, I guess I do get a lot of attention because I'm a singer, but also because I'm a girl, and it's like, a lot of times it's like, Haley, and I think it bugs me more than it does the guys. They're really good about it, and I mean, for the most part, like, I try to make sure that I'm always a part of them, like, in everything that we do. Even if it's, you know, interviews by myself, like, try to make sure that people understand it's a band. But yeah, I mean, it's fun being a singer and being the front woman of a band. Sometimes it can be a big responsibility, but I try to just have fun with it.
The only like way it would ever bug us, and the only time it ever does, is when they just neglect the fact that we're all like a band.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like if Haley does interviews by herself, like we're not like, oh my gosh, I want to be in that interview. It's like, dude, you know what I mean? I've had a drum interview before, and like it's like this does matter. But like when certain magazines like just are just like all about Haley, it's just like, and Haley and Paramore, it's just kind of like, well, dude, we work hard too, you know, it's kind of like the same thing.
Totally.
Well, I think that brings us back to the songwriting and how the songs come together, because they come together as a band, correct?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Josh and I usually lay the foundation for the song. Once that's done, we bring it to Zach and Jeremy, and the four of us together really, like, just make it sound like Paramore. You know, we work on dynamics, work on arrangement, and just give it whatever sound that we've sort of created for ourselves, and that's how it goes down.
Where are you guys spiritually?
Spiritually, well, we believe we're all Christians, and there's a lot of really bad connotations with that word. So, you know, a lot of times we just say, you know, we have faith in Jesus Christ. We'll just say that, and you know, we don't really focus on it so much as a band because, you know, we want to go out and play music for people, not preach and like shove our faith down people's throats, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think of pastors that say, hey man, I didn't hear them mentioning Jesus 50 million times in the song, so there's no way they can be Christians?
I would say, you know, like, when necessary, use words. Like, people can tell a difference by your actions just as much as they can by words. I think that you save yourself from looking ignorant a lot of times just by letting yourself be who you are. You know, as a Christian, you know, I don't have to go around like knocking people on the head, like banging a Bible against the wall. The fans that are like hardcore fans do know that about our faith, and you know, we have had those stories. People come up to us and say, you know, this person ruined the faith for me, and I would say, well, like, it's not really about that person. It's about you and God. Like,
yeah. We don't really feel like we should have to go around and tally the people that we've said, hey, do you know about Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
You know, like, we feel more that it's like, when you're on the road, that's more of a personal thing, and you just go out and play music, and that's more like, what's it about? Like, you know, that's like what we do back at the bus or back home, but what we do here is hang out with fans, play music, and sell merch, and be on the road.
Who came up with the title Riot for your new album?
Well, we were up at the studio just sort of looking through different words, looking through the dictionary, just it's sort of anything to just get something, right? And we knew we wanted it to be short and simple because there's so many things coming out, so many artists, so many albums coming out. They're just like novels, and I just wanted people to be able to, well, we all wanted people to be able to like hear it and know it, and that's it. And so I remember Josh was like, well, Riot is a one-word title that's kind of cool, but it sounds kind of punk rock and all this stuff, and we went back and forth, and I think the meaning really says it all. Figuratively, it means a sudden outburst of uncontrolled emotion, and that's what our record is.
Tell me what you think are the standout tracks on the album.
I think Misery Business is great. I'm proud of that song, you know.
Now, Misery Business, there is a music video for that where there's this monster of a hot chick that's running around destroying everybody's life at this high school, correct? Now, who came up with the concept for that? And I love how you just rip off her makeup at the end.
Honestly, we went through a couple of different concepts with Shane Drake, who's our director, and none of them seemed to be the right one. And so one day we sat in Josh's car at Starbucks, all four of us, back home in Nashville, and we called Shane. We're like, look, we need to get this right now. And we just sort of all brainstormed together, and we realized that the whole time we were sort of trying too hard, and this was something that, it is a little bit literal, but at the same time, I think it's relevant.
The inspiration for the song We Are Broken.
That's one of the more hopeless songs on the record, but at the same time, there is moments of it that are extremely hopeful, and I think it fits on the record because of that fact, because it is so sort of a little bit of a downer, but there is a veil of hope around the song, and it's about just looking at the world and saying what is going on, why, and just sort of questioning people and what's going on in their lives and what's going on in just the whole world, really.
What do you love about the new record, Riot? And do you feel completely satisfied with it?
Yeah, totally. I think we all feel really, just like I said before, proud of it. We've finally accomplished everything we wanted to on one record. We said everything that needed to be said. Sorry, and it's just, I am satisfied with it fully. To me, my favorite part about it for me as a singer is that I was able to try everything that I wanted to try. Last time around, there wasn't enough time for that. Another favorite part of it was just that every single person got so much out of the process, and watching Zach, I remember watching him when we first made All We Know Is Falling, and he had to do 7 tracks in one day because we literally had no time, and I was just thinking, wow, he's really good. I don't know anyone that could do that, and I'm proud to be playing with him. And then later, this is 2 years later, we're doing Riot, and he's even taking his time, and just it's totally, I don't know, I just feel like he's learned so much and become such a great drummer. There's so many, there's dudes around this festival that have been playing for much longer than him that come up to him and they're like, man, on the record you sound beastly, and it's awesome to know that people are respecting what we've done. It's cool.
What kind of stories are the fans telling you about how your music helped their lives? Oh
gosh, we have a lot lately because we've been doing a lot of live journal entries that just sort of it's basically we have a lot of discussions online, and the fans are really opening up, and not only to us but to fellow fans. It's really cool because we've together we've created this really cool community where people actually care about one another, and the seeing we had one thing where basically we asked, what are you ashamed of, and because we sort of said stuff about ourselves, and people were just telling their life stories, and it was heartbreaking, some of it, but also inspiring. So we've become really close with our fans.
We have to ask you what your makeup must-haves are and name them.
Dude, I love makeup so much. I have to have highlighter stuff. The highlighter that I use is called High Beam by Benefit.
Okay.
Concealer, I don't really wear much foundation. I wear Lorax Protectant. It's a tinted moisturizer. It's awesome. It feels good. It's got SPF in it. It's got everything you need right there.
That is a pencil liner you're wearing, the cat eye today. Tell me about what pencil that is.
Honestly, I think it's just a generic, a Sephora pencil. It was really cheap, so I picked it up. I think you can get away with wearing just about any type. And the lower, this right here is
glitter.
Yeah, that's MAC. They've got really great liquid eyeliners that have glitter in them and stuff.
Do you fill in your eyebrows?
No, I don't.
Really? That's natural red?
Some of it's not natural. I dyed it when I dyed this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so all the makeup we've seen, you've done?
Yep.
Okay.
I love doing makeup, so I try to spend some time on it before shows and before interviews and stuff.
This is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show with Haley and Zach from Paramore signing off. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.